Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here of course, and today I'm doing a barefoot hike because sometimes I like to walk that way, and it's a beautiful day. Gotta get out early in the morning this time of year, but looking forward to a nice barefoot hike. Hey YouTubers, today is barefoot hiking day. I like the barefoot hike. It keeps me grounded. I'm going to be doing a lot of barefoot hiking this summer because my goal is sometime mid-July, late July, doing a 2-day barefoot hike, 2-day overnight barefoot hike. So trying to condition my feet so that they'll be ready to go. Tetanus shot and feet conditioning, that's the goal. And then 2 nights in July, weather permitting, see if there's a break where there's a couple of nice days, and do some barefoot hiking. It's a nice day out here again. This time of year you always want to hike in the morning as much as possible. A lot cooler. This forest is a land of rolling pine lands and sand hills, and here I'm going into what I call a Florida version of a holler. This little tiny little valley in between sand hills, and then I'll go back up a bigger sand hill once I go through this little valley slash holler. It's amazing what a few dozen feet of elevation changes the whole makeup of the forest. It's down further, there's less sun, more chance for moisture, so the vegetation changes. It's a lot more lush than when you get back up into the hills and the pine woods. You get more oaks and things like that too. Just amazing. 30-40 feet change in elevation. There's a spider web, which I always love to see on the trail, because you know what that means. I'm the first person on this trail today, so I'm not going to wreck his web and keep going. And then once I get through here, I'll be up a fairly large sand hill by Florida standards again. And there I might find a place to relax and get some breakfast or something. We'll see. Well, I'm taking a break. I'm on top of one of the sand hills, and I've got my own traditional way. I like to replenish the electrolytes and lost salt and things like that. Gatorade and things like that are good, but I'm not a big sweets person, so I make my own homemade Spanish Gazpacho, cold soup, which has cucumbers and bell peppers and all kinds of onions, all kinds of good stuff. And it's cold soup, so it replenishes you. It's very, very refreshing. And I always bring some homemade croutons and some cilantro to put on top. So I'm going to enjoy that to kind of just replenish lost fluids and things like that, lost minerals, etc., electrolytes. A little bit more natural way. Not saying anything bad about Gatorade or those other things, because they are great products, but I'm just not into the sugary stuff. So I'm going to turn this off for a second and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it all done. Okay, so I'm going to enjoy my cold Spanish soup called Gazpacho with some homemade red croutons and fresh cilantro. It's a nice cool way to cool off in the hot summertime. Good stuff. I highly recommend Gazpacho. as a way to cool off in the summertime. I'm just sitting under a live oak. I just had a big cup of Gazpacho. It was awesome. Just enjoying the sounds of nature and relaxing. It's beautiful out here. I like this barefoot hike because I get to get my toes in the sand, and I'm not at some crowded beach with traffic and noise and a monstrous wall of hotels and condominiums that block out the sunset and make a completely unnatural experience. This is nice to get my toes in the sand in a more natural experience. To me, that's good medicine. And I'm at the top of the sand ridge, and the video probably won't give it justice, but I'm level with those palm trees way in the distance, because we're up on here on a hill. And if you look at those pine trees way out in the distance, we're about level with that, but you really can't see the elevation drop from here. It's just one of those things that just doesn't come across on the video. There's a bobwhite quail mama, and I know what she's doing. She's making me get away from her nest. That's what they do. It's a great strategy to get the predators away. And Daddy's over here doing the same thing, just trying to get the predators away. It was nice to see the bobwhites. I love to hear their call. Nice wildflower out on the trail. It's always something good to see.